here's the population census data. The population census data and pretty comprehensive from the general information to the nationality, age structure, house structure, education, fertility, days, marriage, migration, housing status, industries, and occupations. And those data are available at different levels from national, province, prefecture, county, township. Not all this kind of data are available from in the official publications. But we received some electronic data from National Bureau of Statistics, so we actually compare and those data and for different scales. So especially like some prefecture, city, county, and also township neighborhood. And for the population census data, there's 2000 is a very important milestone, and for the Chinese population. Before the 2000, the Chinese population are classified as agriculture and non-agriculture, the population. This is based on the household registration, the system. It's very unique in China. We don't have this kind of system in the US or in Europe. So everyone has a household, and so you are identified as either urban household or rural household. But after 1980s, so there's many people has been moving around, and many people move from the rural area to the urban cities. So even their household registration keeps still the same as before. So that's in Shenzhen. There's now almost there's about 30 million people, close to 30 million people in Shenzhen cities. But the majorities, most of the people, only a few people, maybe less than 10 million people, have the household registration in Shenzhen cities. That means the majority of the people, they are still keep the original, the household registration, and many come from the rural areas. So it's important to understand how many for the permanent population live in those cities. So start from 2000, there's the report, the population by the permanent household, the population. The permanent household population is based on where you stay, not based on the household registration. So if you stay here for more than 6 months, you got considered as a permanent population. So now in the national and province stats yearbooks, they will report this permanent population. But in the county and city neighbors, and they don't have this information from the yearly stats yearbooks. That kind of information can only come from the census. Another important the data from the 2000 start also from 2000 is the migration. So since the migration now has been a primary or the percentage or very large percentage in the urban cities. So the migration is it's very important to understand how many people migrate from other places. So there's a definition for migration in 2000 census. So the 2000 census, they identify or classify those people if you move from other place to this place for more than 6 months or and less than 5 years, you are considered as a kind of migration. That's important. So if you have been staying here more than 5 years, you are not considered as a migration, even you don't have the local household registration. But if you stay here, just come here less than 6 months, you are not considered as a kind of migration. You are not identified as a permanent residence. And also, another important concept for migration is migration is there's a different kind of definition for migration. Once move from one township to another township. So if you are just change the house, move from the one township to another township in the same city, you are also considered as a kind of migration. And also, they also have the migration, say, migrate from the other counties of the same province from other cities of the same province, and also from other province. So there's a migration by different categories. So those in the data are pretty important to define the demographic features and in China. And then also those important features only started from 2000, the census.